Good evening, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here. And tonight I am very honored and very grateful to have my guest, Erik Chavez, on Instagram from YeahmanIgotcomics. Erik, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, Gary?
I am doing very well, thank you. I am super, super happy to have you on. Having you on my channel is something I wanted for a while. I still got a wish list of people to get to. You were one of the top ones. So thank you very much. And just have you been having a good day so far?
Yeah, pretty good so far. Just hanging out with my dog pretty much right now. So it's pretty nice.
Nice. Would you like to tell anyone about yourself before we get going?
Yeah. So my name is Eric. A lot of people more know me as YeahmanIgotcomics on Instagram. You might also see me as YeahMan156 on YouTube. You see me on like a bunch of other people's like channels. On their live streams. YouTube auctions. Myself trying to buy some of those books that people put up, and my Instagram posting up books that I bought myself for like my personal collection, as well as uh, selling stuff, like mainly selling my mystery boxes.
Awesome. Yeah, and you already know there's a bunch of us here that we're part of a group chat, and that group chat's awesome. A lot of great people in there, a lot of great sellers,
Yep.
and you help out everybody in there, man. You're awesome. But we'll start getting right into the questions and get this going, so I don't have you here all night.
Yeah, for sure.
And so my first question is just nice and simple. Get our getting started question is where and when did you and comics come together? When it was it when you were a kid? Did you find it when you got older? What brought Erik and comics together?
Yeah, so I've always liked comics ever since I was a kid. My dad is the one who actually got me into comics. He uh, bought me. I remember like there's like this little like liquor store like in where I used to live in my hometown, and he bought me X-Men, Spider-Man, and Spawn. Those were my three like comics that he always bought me, and so ever since then I became a fan of those, and that's where it all started. And then just growing up, like getting older, I here and there, with comic books, and then when I got older, it kind of stopped for a minute. I feel like it stopped for a lot of people for like a good while, and
Right.
then I would say like maybe back in 2018ish, 19, I kind of got back into it, just here and there, like just buying new comic book day books. Nothing too crazy like how I am now with like some of the stuff I have. Uh, but just new comic book day books, and then uh, you know, trying out buying people from eBay and Instagram, stuff like that. So it's always been on and off, but I've always had since I was a little kid.
So you said your dad got you into them. Was your dad big into comics too? Was it a hobby you guys shared together?
I think with him is because like he was like an artist. He loved drawing, and so with him drawing, like he liked drawing like the comic characters. So he would always draw pictures like for me to like hang up on my wall and everything, because I would want to put up the books, but it's like don't do that, don't do that. Like here, I'll draw like the character for you, and then like you can have it up on your wall. So with him, like he was an artist, and I think he appreciated the art of the comics. So that's what he liked the most about it, and then he showed it to me. And then I started getting into it.
So do you have a favorite piece from your father that he drew that you always kept with you?
Ooh, I honestly don't have that stuff anymore. I wish I did, but
Right.
I know the last thing the one last picture I remember was honestly it was probably a Venom picture.
Nice. All right. So pertaining to comics, are you more of a reader, a collector, or a seller, or are you kind of equally mingled in all of it?
I would say more for me personally, myself. I think of myself as more of a reader and collector. I'm only a seller if it needs to be. I'm not like some of the sellers where you know they sell like pretty much almost every day, or at least every other week, or every week actually. I don't really do that. Like I just if I sell, there's a purpose for selling, and usually it's for helping me pay for a book, helping me pay for CGC submissions or anything else really. But I see myself more as a reader and collector for sure.
Nice. Do you have a good honey hole where you live?
Uh, it's kind of hard to because there's quite a few shops around where I live. I found two decently good places that I found some really good stuff. Funny enough, like I saw one of your videos where you got I think it was an AOK, right, from Cruisin' Relics.
Yes.
I found that at a shop like the Mark Jewelers. I don't even think they even knew that it was a Mark Jewelers. Like when I got it, I looked in the front and I was like I tilted it and I saw like the Mark Jeweler. I'm like, I think that's what it is. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy that for sure. So there's like some hidden gems at that shop that I've went to recently.
It's funny you brought up Cruisin' Relics too, because he's collecting Man Thing. And I just got him, they didn't even know they had it, but I got him Mark Jewelers Man Thing, issue 10, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
Got it for nothing. So I was like, sweet. And, me personally, I don't care if there's an ad. And if the ads mean absolutely nothing to me, I don't care about, some jewelry ads that people on a base were trying to buy. I care about the read. I care about the book.
Right.
But it's funny that those values are there for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or even if it's a little print ad and that counts as the first appearance of a character, that stuff just astounds me.
Yeah.
All right. So how did you get in the mystery box selling game then? You said it's not your priority, but you do great boxes and you do them like a pro, man. They're always of value. There's always something great in it, and there's always books you add to your PC. How did you first start selling mystery boxes?
Yeah, so it's actually funny. Today is my 1 year anniversary of selling mystery boxes. So at the time when I started selling mystery boxes, I actually had lost my job at that time due to COVID. So, I was making unemployment and that was fine and all, making that money. But at the same time, it's just like, I felt like I needed to do something with myself because it's just like, I'm bored at home. I'm looking for a job, but I'm also bored at home. What do I do? And I honestly had went crazy with comics. Like I said, when I got back into comics, like around 2018, 2019, I just like literally bought comics everywhere. Like I bought them from eBay. I bought them from Instagram. And then when I say Instagram, not from people, it was from, it's funny to say it, Torpedo Comics. Torpedo Comics, back in the day, they did a live sale for maybe 1 or 2 hours every Saturday. That was it. Now, now they do them literally every day, like every other hour. But before they used to do it just like once a week. And so I used to get some really good books from them, to be honest. And they actually had them at the time, like really good prices, like affordable, I feel like. So that was like kind of like my introduction of like getting back into comic books. So I started just overflowing with books. So at the time, it was just like, well, I'm not really interested in these like books anymore. And they were good keys and everything. And at the time, like I said, I had no job. So it's like, well, what do I do? And so it just came to my mind, like, maybe I'll try to make a mystery box. And I remember posting it up on my story, like, hey, like, if I put out mystery boxes, would anyone be interested? And, I had like a couple of people like say yes, and like a lot of people say no. And I was just like, I'll give it a shot. Let's just see what happens. So then, then that's where it started. I just put out mystery boxes to pass time, essentially.
And I think we all know too, COVID changed the game, man. Comics got really hot when that hit.
Yeah.
All of us got home. There was more time for comics. And I think that's where eBay sales, IG sales, all that went up because I got furloughed for a couple months until we were able to open back up again.
Mm-hmm.
But man, in that time, did I buy a lot off eBay?
Yeah,
I was just buying strong, and and I filled a lot of collections in during those couple months.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Brock Morgan's got. I think anyone that buys mystery boxes eventually get an overflow of good books that may not necessarily fit their. That's true.
100% true.
I AOK mine out.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Right. So how do you think social media, such as YouTube and in your case, Instagram, influence the perception of comics as a more acceptable and consumable medium? Do you think it opened up for everybody a lot more with the advent of social media and the presence of comics in it?
I think so. Yeah, it's just now you see it everywhere. Especially, I think what helped also in with social media is like the movies. The movies made it really like blow up even more, and so with the movies being
Socially
average,
acceptable.
yeah. So everyone now all of a sudden everyone is a comic book collector because of the movies, and so I've seen like Instagram accounts posting like about comic books, and if you look at the pages like before, they were all about like whatever else they were posting, like about food or something else. Now all of a sudden, like they're about comic books. So I think now with like social media, it's just like it's getting everywhere about comic books, especially like also uh, the point of like investing in it too. Like that's a new investment for people now too. So there's a lot of people who just don't even care. They just buy them for investments, and it's understandable. Like it does make good money. Like if you buy the certain right keys and everything.
Right.
But I feel like it's taking over like social media for sure, YouTube and Instagram.
All right, we got Jason. How you doing? I bought books from this guy before. Always fun.
Yeah, he has. Yep.
I got a nice GP off one of his, so I got my
For Silk.
my first appearance of Silk.
I'm like, I am so jealous that came back at 9.8 too. I was like, no way.
The first, I didn't even take it out of the. I took it, Eric, and I got it pressed right away, and then I got it sent out.
And you know what's funny?
I'm like, I don't know. This has 9.8 potential. I took.
And you know what? I bought that from Torpedo too. Like that's when I was just buying like books like crazy from Torpedo, like in the early days. And that was one of the books. Like I literally bought it for like I think like $50. And then like I was, it's blowing up, and I was just like, yeah, I'll put it in a mystery box. And I didn't think it was gonna be a 9.8 because I know there was like a little bit of color rub, and I know they kind of ding it a little bit. But when I saw you come back with a 9.8 on that, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was hoping for a 9.6. I didn't think I was gonna get a 9.8.
That's what I was thinking too. 9.6 for that book, but
the 9.8 was the jelly. I was like, all right,
yeah,
okay, I'll take that. All right, so now. Do you personally see Instagram as a marketplace, or do you see it just as a social media platform to share one's love of comics?
I think a little bit of both, but I feel like it's leaning more towards like a marketplace now, because now everyone's seeing how. Yeah, everyone knows how to use Instagram now, and like they know where people like to use social media. They use Instagram a lot, and you see like accounts who used to post like books for sale. Now you can add like tagging links to like go to their like website or go to their Instagram store to like purchase like whatever books now. So it's becoming more of a.
And there's so many different ways to buy now. You got blind sales, blind bags, mystery boxes, comment claims, auctions in the comments. So 24 hours, and the last claim, last bid on it wins or whatever. It's just so many different ways to buy books now. But while we're on the topic of Instagram, when you first got on the platform, did you get on to sell, or did selling come over time?
So I went back on my account. The very first 2 posts I ever made on my account was trying to sell books. The first 2 posts I ever had was trying to sell a Ultimate Fallout 4, and then also trying to sell, and it was the first print too, and trying to sell a New Mutants 98. Wow. And I was trying to sell.
You still had those now, so you could sell them in this market instead.
Yeah, I know. Like thinking about it, I'm like, wow, it's like, but it's like funny because I was trying to sell them and like trying to make a little bit of profit on it, because like at that time I got this like little itch of like selling books because what was that one book? The Wolverine C2E2 like banana yellow one.
Banana Wolverine. Yeah.
So there's a Facebook group I'm a part of. It's like Key Collector. I can't remember exactly what, but they're based here in Southern California. It's like 3 guys who literally go to comic conventions, and they would buy all the exclusives, and they would sell them on the Facebook page for like really cheap, for like $40, $50. And I bought it. I bought the Yellow Wolverine, and then that's when I started noticing about sales, about comics, especially for that book. So then I put it up on eBay and then sold it for like 175. And I was just like, oh wow, like okay, this is pretty cool. Yeah. So then I started selling on eBay. I didn't like the eBay fees because I'm not making the full amount of money that I would hope to make because of the fees. So then that's when I tried on Instagram. I'm like, well, I see people selling on Instagram. Maybe I'll give it a try. So gave it a try. Didn't really work out. So I just eventually moved it over to like eBay, and then it just like transformed into like showing off, my mystery boxes. Mystery boxes I've gotten from that Spider-Man booth, from Comic Vantage, from Torpedo, like just showing like different like books I find out in the wild, and it just became showing off like my collection eventually now.
Nice. So all of us have bragged about your boxes. You're famous for how good your boxes are and the value that people get in the boxes. But what is Yeah Man I Got Comics' go-to formula and approach to building a great mystery box? And is a low run count something you consider integral to that formula? Because the low count run gives you a fair chance at getting a GP win.
Yes. So a lower box run gives the buyer a better chance to get the GP. And it's actually yeah. I believe that run was like what 10 or 15 boxes was my yeah. It's easier for the person to get a GP, but not only that, it's actually a lot less stress for myself to put together the boxes because I've done like 30. Like my first run was 30 boxes, and then my second run was I think like 50 or 60 boxes that I did, and it's a lot of stress to like making sure that like people are going to be happy with them. And the way I do it is just like I literally get all my books that I am okay with like parting ways with, as well as like other books that I've found in hunts, whether it be on eBay, Instagram, or even out in the wild. And I would get the books and I would literally sit down and look up the prices, last sold of every single book. And I will pull a book. Okay, this one's $5. Okay, put it in the $5 pile. This one was $10. I sold 10. Okay, this one last sold 20. Okay. Oh wow, this one was last sold for 50. Let's put it over here. And I would just make my piles like all across my table of like everything that has been last sold. Even books that were like just sold for like $1 or $2, I'll put them in like what I like to call my my filler like pile that I have, because every mystery box has a filler. I have never seen a mystery box that has nothing but full like keys, except if it's like a grand prize box, like I've seen with Retriever Comics. They have like one box that's like nothing but keys. That's understandable. But most of the time, most mystery boxes are just you got your filler, you got your keys, or like your hard to find variants. And so I would build that out and then start from like the most expensive, grab the most expensive, and then just keep piling on until I have enough books. Usually I like to do like 8 to 10 books on a mystery box, and then try to make sure that the value that's there is at least equal or more to what you're going to be paying as a buyer. And my final thing is I like to look at the stack and be like, okay, if I'm a consumer who buys a mystery box, am I going to be happy with what I see here? If I'm not happy, I'm going to switch it. And I've done that plenty of times with my mystery boxes. Like, I'm like, I don't know about the combination of these books of like, what, I don't know. So then I just maybe take from another stack and then like, okay, this is a little bit better. And then this one's a little bit better. So I literally switch it up until I'm eventually happy with it and then box it up.
Now, is there a process you have for determining what the GP of each round is going to be?
I feel like I try to do something that's maybe hot at the moment. Like I know Silk was hot at the moment. Or just like something like just you don't really see too much. Like I know I did like the first Hobgoblin. You don't really see that much as like a GP kind of book. So,
but it's a good book.
It's a good book, and I want to try to do something that's like different that you don't really see that much, or maybe something that's like hot at the moment and like put it as a GP.
And now is for you too, building boxes. You build them like say James from Jimmy Jams. His are all the same price every round.
Yes.
You know, you build boxes of different values.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll have a $45 box. Sometimes it's a 50, a 65. Sometimes it's big boy boxes at $350 a box. So
Mm-hmm.
do different price points on boxes dictate different approaches to building them?
Yes, 100%. Me myself, like the way I do it is that if a mystery box is, that I'm gonna sell is under $100, you're gonna get all raw books. In my opinion, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do nothing but raw books, but I'm gonna make sure, of course, that you're gonna get your value. Now, if I'm gonna sell you a mystery box that's over $100, I personally believe that it should have at least a slab inside. So if I ever sell like a mystery box that's over $100, you're pretty much guaranteed I'm gonna put a slab, maybe even two slabs inside that box. Because I feel like if you're gonna be paying like over $100, you should get a slab at least.
You should at
So
least get two Turok ones, right?
exactly, one of them being
Yeah.
signed and unsigned.
Right. All right, excellent. So, when can a community expect another mystery or another round of Yeah Man I Got Comics mystery box?
Man, it's actually really funny that you when you ask that question, because when I read that question, what was like a week ago that you sent me the questions. When I read that, it's funny. It's like I don't know. I don't know when I'll be doing another like full round of it, because I've done like I do my random drops. Like, oh, here's 4 mystery boxes. Here's 3 mystery boxes. Here's just one. Here's one high roller. But like a full round of like maybe 15, 20 boxes. I don't know. Just because it's been hard for me to get books nowadays, because before, like, I used to get deals left and right. But like what I said before, now there's new people who are joining into buying comic books, and now prices are just going up. And it's been hard to like find good books to put together a mystery box. When I don't know, you just have to, I guess, essentially stay tuned to my Instagram to find out whenever I do that.
Right. So, over the last year, what's been your biggest win in comics?
Oh man, um, where do I start? I would say the first one that comes to mind, like immediately, is my Hulk 181. Like when I was a kid growing up, my favorite characters were Wolverine and Venom. Thanks to my dad, because he got me X-Men and Spider-Man books and Spawn books, so I became a fan of Venom and Wolverine. And you know, when the opportunity came to get that book, and at the price that I saw it for, I had to get it. I just had to get it, and I bought it. And it's funny because I made, what was it, 4 mystery boxes to essentially pay for it too. And that too, Taylor, like what you said, I won all the raffles too. So I've won a lot of.
Only because it's true.
I won a lot of pretty good books. I hate to admit it, but I have won a lot of pretty good books. Like my first Craven, my first Dracula. Yeah,
I've been strutting that stuff around.
Because it's so funny, because when I used to do raffles in the beginning, like I used to lose so much. I was like, when will I ever win? And then after getting my first win, I got really more addicted to it. And then more recently now, it's just I've won some really good like big books. Like I said, like the ASM 15 First Craven, Tomb of Dracula 1, 8.5. That was like one of my first big like raffle hits. That was like a really good one. There's a lot of pretty good books I've won so far, and I've gone as well too, because never thought I'd ever get them, and now I own them.
I know I've lost a few raffles to you, but the worst feeling in a raffle, the absolute worst feeling in a raffle, is hitting that number 1 spot before the final spin.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a kick in the sack.
Or just even in general too, like if you've seen your name come up like at least like 3 times or something like that, and then like you still don't win. I'm like, oh, come on, I've already, like, my name came up like 3 times right now.
Right? Don't I get a consolation something?
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you reading right now?
Oh, right now I am reading. I haven't read it yet. I bought it, but I'm going to probably this weekend. Geiger, I got that one. I got Silver Coin, which I haven't read yet. Radiant Black is really good. I enjoy that one. Noctera, that's another really good one that I'm enjoying. Stray Dogs. Stray Dogs is really good too.
Amazing.
Noctera is amazing, yeah. Stray Dogs, I'm enjoying that one. DJ, don't do that. I learned that the hard way. Like one of my raffle losses I had was for an Iron Fist 14. I bought like I don't know how many spots to win that book, and I really wanted to win it, and then turns out find out I lost, and I was like, never again. I will say too, like
one spot and hope to hit it.
Yeah, just that's what happened with my New Mutants 98. Like I bought $2 spot, and then I won that book. Right now it's at CGC right now, so hopefully it comes back a good grade. But other books, and then other ones are like, the usual Marvel ones. Like I'm reading like Black Cat's pretty enjoyable so far.
Black Cat's been amazing. Jed McKay's been killing it on that series. The first series he did last year and the series that they restarted because of COVID or because of this. I think they restarted because of King in Black.
Yep.
But man, that book has been. It's funny because when he started that series in 2019 with the first one, I thought the first 2 issues were kind of lackluster, and then it found its groove in issue 3 and was great all the way to the end. And in this one, he's just been on fire the whole time, I think.
Yep. And then
I really love Jed McKay's run on it. It's been amazing.
I'm trying to think what else too. Is it weird if I say Black Cat's on? No, it's not. It's not weird at all. Also. Daredevil's been really good so far too. If you've been reading that one,
I might have to catch it in trades. I've read parts of it, but yeah, Chip Zdarsky is he's solid.
Yeah,
I'm writers, if you see him on a book, you're gonna. It's okay. It's a safe bet to jump on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people are on the Donny Cates train right now, but he's hit or miss for me.
That's me too.
Crossover too. But what's that?
Crossover is really good too.
I've liked Crossover. I know a lot of people have dipped off. I have to read the last 2 issues yet, so I haven't read 4 and 5 yet, but I got to get to them.
Gotcha.
But I've also really been into The Deep Beyond. I know a lot of people are up and down on that, but I really enjoyed that book by Mirka and Dalfo. I think it's fantastic.
I haven't read that one. I'm about to check that one out.
Oh, it's great, man. It's got like politics. It's got water monsters. It's got all sorts of stuff going on. It's a whole mingled mess, and it's so much fun.
Okay, cool.
And Ultra Mega. If you haven't checked that out, that is crazy.
I missed out on that one. I did because I don't go to like really an LCS anymore because of my job. So I usually get my orders from Nostalgia Source on Instagram. So he's pretty much like my LCS right now. I did pick up Ultra Mega, the second print of #1, and then issue #2 that just came out. Was it yesterday? So I'll get that probably tomorrow or Saturday. So I'll be able to read it this weekend.
It's a great read, and don't let the $8 price tag throw you off. It's a great book. It is, DJ. It's amazing. I love Ultra Mega. Politics and water monsters. What more do you need, right, Brock? Brock, it's a great read. There's a whole movement. How's it going? So we're gonna get to the last part here. I know it's been so smooth talking to you. We've cruised right through all the questions, but it's shameless plug time and community shout outs and just basically anything you want to promote and anyone you want to give a shout out to. So just have at it.
Yeah. So I will say first, I will give a shout out. Who knows if they'll watch this, but I'll give a shout out to Wink Inc. and Comic Food 2814 because the reason why they were the first YouTube people to purchase my mystery boxes when I first started. When I first started, there was no one really buying my boxes. It was just like here and there. And, I hit them up. Like I asked them, hey, like, you think maybe you can share my posts? Or if you're maybe interested, like, you can, if you want to buy one and like maybe showcase it on your YouTube because, you guys have like a pretty big following, and I honestly enjoy watching you guys do unboxings because that's how I found out with a lot of different mystery boxes because of them. So I hit them up, and Winking like jumped on it quick, and he got my mystery boxes, and he showcased mine, and then people saw his videos. They're like, "Hey, I saw you on Wiki. Can I get a box?" Yeah, sure, hell yeah. And like
Right.
which number do you want? And same thing with Comic Food. Like it's funny. Like I remember talking to him, and he was telling me that he was skeptical at first, but then like he saw people like were like slowly buying them. He's like, okay, I'll buy one. And I remember in my first round, like I had like a mini GPs. Like I literally had like 10 different GPs for it, and he got like one of them. Like he got like the what was it? First Devil Dinosaur. He got that book, and that was like one of my like mini GPs I had. And so with him, yeah,
it should be worth more than it is.
Mm-hmm. And he got my box, and then also too, like he put up like the video on his channel, and then like again, my Instagram just like blew up. Like people were literally like bought out the rest of my boxes, and there was like a high demand, and so like I made like another like 1.5 like round of like extra boxes. I was like, here, like if you guys are interested, I made these ones, and those sold out like quick too. And so I honestly want to thank them, because without them, like I don't think my account would have been anywhere without them, because they made exactly Brock Morgan. I think Brock Morgan, when he hit me up for a box, he told me the exact same thing. Like he saw me on like Comic Food's channel, and I thank them for that.
Right. And those two guys, so if they open a box, it reaches a lot of viewers.
It does, and I didn't expect that, and it happened overnight. It was crazy. I'll also give a shout out to like other people too, like Old Man Collectibles. He's got some mystery boxes right now too. He's got one going on right now, being sold, and I think he has a raffle with a few more spots. So you never know, you might win a $200 mystery box for $20. And then also too, you get like a bonus entry into another raffle to win another slab. So you might get 2 slabs in your mystery box possibly. Taylor Winder, his mystery boxes too. Like people have hit me up too, like with his unboxings. Like, hey, I saw you on Taylor's, and his I've had from you, Gary. I've had people from your channel that hit me up before. Who else? I'll shout out James, Jimmy Jam the Garage. Check out his mystery boxes. Every time I have a chance, I try to get them. Fletch Comics. If you guys are not on his mystery boxes, you need to be 100% for sure. Because
I need to get another one from him, because the last one I got from him was double value.
Yeah, he puts out ridiculous mystery boxes. Like, and it's very affordable price, $45 shipped. He does the shipping like perfectly on it, and every book he's put out has been really good, and you don't really see that much, and you got to get on it, because I told him too, like every time you put out a box, I'm gonna get a box, and I don't think I've ever missed like one of his mystery boxes, because he puts out really good stuff. So you guys need to go check out Fletch's comics for sure. God, there's so many people. Like, check out DJ Links' like YouTube channel. He buys mystery boxes left and right, but I know right now he's focusing on the Grails, which is totally cool. Like, yeah, get those T Rabbit's boxes. Yeah, I enjoyed those boxes too. Like, I actually got one of his. He stacks it up with like a bunch of books, and it's nothing but Bronze Age and like Silver Age and Copper Age books. So if you're looking for something like that, those are really good too.
See, I want to see DJ get more into his Hot Toys too. I want to see some of those cool figures that's behind him.
Background.
I want to see in depth on some of those. Those Hot Toys are amazing.
I know. I don't even want to like get into those. That's just another whole. Yep. There's like comic books. There's like Funkos, and then there's like statues. It's like, I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm fine with comic books for right now.
Yeah, that's another.
I want to see the Godzilla.
It's the first Marvel Godzilla. I have the Godzilla Essential Collection, which is that black and white reprint, and I've read that. It's just such a fun series with Dum Dum Dugan and that whole crew and everything, and Shield.
That's what I'm trying to. That's like another goal of mine right now. Like, I'm trying to complete the Marvel Godzilla run. I have 1 through 7, missing 8, 9, and then missing like 11 through like 19 right now, and then 21
That's a
and
hard
20.
run to find.
It is. It
And you
really
can't get
is.
a reprint of it because Marvel had the rights back then. So it's one of those series like Micronauts. You don't get reprints of them. So you
Yep.
either find the originals or you don't get to read it.
Oh yeah. Squatchy Comics. Yeah. If you guys have never followed him, that dude does amazing work.
He does.
Like
His art is incredible.
I have one of his like early mystery boxes he did. I bought one of his. I got like a Black Panther cover. That cover was crazy. I love that cover. So I still have it. Like I wanted one day to send it back to him to send it to CGC, but I don't know if it's gonna come back in 9.8 because it's a little beat up now and like sitting around my box and everything.
I'd love to see what he would do with like a Conan or a Spider Woman.
Oh, I know. I would love to see a Spider Woman for sure. You should check out his box. I think his dropped tomorrow. I think they just did like a live stream right now, like a little before ours, like to kind of promote it and everything. But yeah, check out his too.
I've never really bought the big boy boxes. I just don't have that kind of budget for it. So usually, if the boxes go above 60, then it's out of the range for me. I rather because I just put it in the books at my LCS, and I really can't justify it above. Like if I could buy the big boy boxes, I'd buy like from Taylor because I know he stresses about value and he puts good value in his box. I'd buy from DJ. I'd buy from Jason at Slotted Up. I'd buy the big ones from Jimmy because I know those guys stress about value.
Yep.
But me personally, and with just the mortgage, 2 cars, this, that, the other, I just don't have the budget to buy the big boy boxes. Now,
Yeah.
I do love watching them get opened.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think I've only bought like. I think maybe I could probably count on one hand, like maybe how many like big boxes I bought. Like, of course, like superior boxes. I bought like a few of those like back in the day. And I know, Choo Choo Comics. If you got the money to spend, you gotta get that dude's like boxes. I got his like not his most recent one this year, but last year's like $500 box, and I hit the GP. That was pretty awesome to like get that because that was just like.
Go ahead. I watched some eye candy boxes get opened too, and those are amazing.
Yeah, eye candy's pretty good. I'm a little iffy. I have my reasons, just because like, I got a box from him. I think it was like $160, $150 box, something like that, and like, I see all these boxes being open. I was like, you know what? I got to get one. So I got one, and I wasn't really too happy with it because the value wasn't there, especially for the slab, because the slab he marked it as $100. I'm like, where do you see it's $100? Like, I'm seeing Last Soul was like $40 for this slab, and he shows me like
experience with things,
and he showed me like listing. And I'm like, listing's a different thing. I could list any book I want for like $1 million and tell you this book is worth $1 million, but it's not. But yeah, I'm a little iffy about eye candy, but I know he does like some pretty good boxes. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know.
And that's the thing too, because I've not posted videos of boxes before because they were way undervalued. Because it's people send them to us. They know they should know we're going to look up values.
Yep.
So if you're not prepared to send out a good box, then just don't make a box. I'm not asking you to juice my box up. I'm just asking that you make the box worth its value.
Yes.
Because if I get a box, I've gotten a slab before. This slab is marked at this price. I look it up, and it's worth less than it costs the slab, the book itself.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know who would slab this. It's not even worth the cost it costs to put it into plastic.
Yep.
They think, but I think a lot of people who make boxes that are trying to get stuff in under you think that if you see a slab, you automatically think you hit value. But us,
we're not fooled by that. That's not the case at all. Like I know I've gotten slabs before that. Like why did you slab this? Why? Right? There's no reason for you to be slabbing like some random like Valiant book or some random like Image book or something, or just a non like key like Spider-Man book, just a random like Spider-Man book. You just like want to get slabbed.
And he will actually, Dracula. He does a good job with it. Exactly. Now, going with that too, I have slab books in my collection that aren't worth the value to slab them, but I bought them and slabbed them because I like the art. But it's nothing I would put in the mystery box and try to pass off to anybody. It's just it was just a personal book for me because I like the cover so much. The book doesn't have any value besides its face value, but I just wanted to preserve the art because I just love it.
Right.
But you would never see that go out in the public to anybody as anything. It's just for me personal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you said you had a Hulk 181. I know
Yes.
that. All right, and you have a list of grails that you're working on this year.
Yes.
Yes. What's left on your list?
So I had 6 books on my 2021 list. Those books were Caliber Presents 1, First Appearance of Crow. I had Tomb of Dracula 10, First Blade. Strange Tales 169, First Brother Voodoo. Marvel Spotlight 2, First Werewolf by Night. What was the other one? Iron Fist 14, First Sabretooth.
Sabretooth, yep.
And then last one was Amazing Spider-Man Annual 1, First Appearance of Sinister Six. Out of those 6, I got 5. The only one I'm left with now is the Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1. That's my last one I need to get.
Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now what's in that one? Or is there anything special about it, or just because it's old and it's the first?
That one's the first appearance of the Sinister Six.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that one's probably gonna take a little bit longer. Like even a 0.5 is worth like almost like 1,000 for a 0.5. So that one's gonna probably wait a little bit. But I'm still amazed to myself that I was able to get the others though, because like Iron Fist 14, that one just keeps going up in price every day.
It does. And crazy. And I don't know why now. Probably because Marvel has the mutants back.
Yep.
Sabretooth has been in the movies forever now.
Yep.
Oh, it's just crazy.
Yeah, that one just keeps climbing. Tomb of Dracula 10, that just keeps like climbing too right now. And the guy that was selling it wanted like over 1,000 for it, and I was like, that's not happening. Like, what's your lowest like you'll take? And he told me 600. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it right now. It's like about a mid-grade copy, I would say, but it's still I got it. And then one book that you don't see that much is that Caliber Presents 1, The First Crow. You really don't see those books that often at all. And if you do, they go quick and they go for a lot of money.
And it's only a matter of time before the Crow's a hotter property again.
Yep. And so when the opportunity came to like get that book as well too, like I jumped on it and bought it like so quick. And the crazy thing was like inside the book, like on the first like page was like signed by J.O. Barr too. So that was pretty cool. Wow. Yeah. And not only once, for some reason he signed it twice too. He signed it on
asset? For signature verification?
I didn't. I sent it to CGC. I know I know it's gonna I think it's gonna like a docket grade because I'm gonna keep it as a blue label.
But are they gonna give you a blue label or are they gonna green label you?
No, yeah, you can actually ask like to either get blue or green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get it as like a blue label, but I think they're gonna knock it down like a point 0.5 because of it. So I'm fine with that. But I wasn't expecting it to even have a signature in it. The seller didn't even know it had a signature inside it either. It's just like I randomly opened it before I took it to my presser, and I was like, "Whoa, there's 2 signatures inside here."
Nice.
Yeah, so, but it's been really cool. Like I've been able to get all these books, like my 2021 hit list, and like I said, like my other like not really 2021 hit list, but it's like trying to complete like the full Marvel Godzilla run. So we'll see. Yeah, I'll say such and such. Yeah, I'll just say like name written on in ink or something. Yeah, it'll say that. And then like I had my personal Grail list, which was Hulk 181 and then ASM 300, which ASM 300 I bought that one like a while ago. It's funny to think about now, like buying comic books. Like I would never thought in a million years that I'd be spending a lot of money on comic books. When I mean spending a lot of money, I mean spending a lot of money on one single book, though.
Right.
Like, I would see books like on the walls. I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much. And then my first, I guess, expensive book was like a Avengers 196, first Taskmaster. That was like my first triple digit like book that I bought. So like that was pretty cool. I was like, okay, maybe I will buy some more expensive books. And now here I am buying like
mine was Conan 1.
Yeah,
that was my first triple digit book.
Yep, that's a good book too to get.
See, I'm lucky. I like odd stuff, and so my grails don't tend to be as expensive as everybody else's grails. So I got my Conan 1, and then this year I wanted to get Marvel Spotlight 32, and I got that. And that was like a $235 book, and in the 8.0 I got it in, and that's going to go up even more. And then I got my Savage Sword of Conan 1 this year.
That's a magazine, right?
What's that?
That's a magazine, right?
Yes, and that's out at CGC right now.
Gotcha.
And the other grail I want just priced itself out for me because I'm not going to pay $1,000 for it. And that's Savage Tales 1. And it killed me because it's not even a high price because Conan's in it. It's a high price because it's the first appearance of Man-Thing.
Oh, okay.
So, back when in old black and white, the first story of Man-Thing was in black and white, and it's in Savage Tales 1. So that book got priced out just because of Man-Thing. So I'm like, oh wow.
Interesting. Okay. I don't. It's funny. I never knew like when was Man-Thing's like first appearance. So that I never knew that.
The more you know.
Yeah.
But did you have anything else before we sign off for the evening? Anything you want to plug or say or get out in the air?
Yeah. So so one of the questions that you asked me was, when am I going to put out, a mystery box? Well, I'm going to say it right now. If you go and look at my Instagram, I'd say right about soonish, I'm going to be posting my 1-year anniversary mystery boxes. They're going to be going on sale right now. About 20 boxes I made, $38 shipped. Kind of wanted to go back to like when I first started. It was like $30 shipped, but this time it's gonna be $38 shipped though. 20 boxes.
Claim one from here.
No need to like claim a number or anything. Just claim a box. I will say if you read in the description, it's 1 box per person. I just want to make it fair for people and not like have people buy like 2 or 3 boxes and stuff like that. Just want to make it fair. 1 box per person. It's my 1-year anniversary. 20 boxes, $38 shipped. The GP for this one is Fantastic Four. What is it? Fantastic Four 94. First appearance of Agatha Harkness.
Ooh.
So like I said, like I like to get something that's hot. That's a hot book. That book sells for about $50. That book sells for about $50 to like $100 depending. So and then like if I remember correctly, that GP box, I put that book in it. I put like Noctera 1 because I enjoyed that one, but it's Noctera 1 signed by Scott Snyder and some other books too. But yeah, each box comes with 8 books. You're for sure gonna get your value in it because again, like I said, like how I do my mystery boxes, I literally sit down and put all the books together, price them all out. There's even like one of the boxes has Thunderbolts #1, like the 1997 like run, and that book is like blowing up right now because there's like spec of like Thunderbolts are coming into like the Marvel show.
Right. So and Thunderstrike too. They're thinking about like in the new Thor movie.
Yep. So there's a lot of pretty cool books that I put in this run. I'm trying to remember like there was like that one Jay Lee like Century like negative space one I put in there. There's a lot of people who asked about this like nullified like Uncle Scrooge like book. I put that in there. I put like a bunch of other books. Those are the ones like the top of my head I can remember though. But yeah, like I said, I went back to I was looking back at my Instagram, and like I noticed like my 1 year anniversary came up, and I was just like, wow, that's crazy. Like I've my mystery box 1 year, and then when
Well,
you
I'm
asked me,
gonna ask you today then.
yeah, and then when you asked me um to do like the mystery boxes, I was like, yeah, I mean not mystery boxes, do the interview. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, what day? And then you told me what day. Unfortunately, yesterday didn't work out because of work, but today was like even better because like again, today is my 1 year anniversary. So you know what? I'll put out a 1 year mystery box because I haven't done like a full like 10 box, 15 box, 20 box run at all. So uh, yeah, so it's live right now. You guys could go ahead and claim a box if you like. Give it a
People always
share.
saying they just claimed.
Yeah, so I'll check it out in a little bit. But yeah, like that's my shameless plug. Like check it out if you guys are ever interested in getting a mystery box. Um, give mine a try. I try to make mine at least somewhat affordable. Like I don't like going too crazy. The only reason why I go crazy on some mystery boxes, like for prices, is because like I said, there's a purpose. This one has a purpose too. The purpose for this one is to pay for my CGC submission of my 4 boxes, the 4 books I sent out. My Caliber Presents 1, Iron Fist 14, Tomb of Dracula, and Hulk 181.
Well,
This is going to
got a
pay.
bunch of sales just out of here.
Yeah. So, check it out. I take Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and if needed, PayPal as well too. Yeah,
Now,
it's live. Check it out.
if anyone needed spot number 1, I just said claimed 1. It doesn't mean spot 1. So if you need to swap me, if someone's lucky number is 1, I don't care what box I get.
Oh no, yeah. So no need to claim a number at all. I know I put numbers on there like 1 through 20. But that's just for myself to like keep track of like who got a box and everything. But no need to claim a number. Just like, hey, I want a box, and like all my boxes I have them. Well, the what's it called? The Gemini mailers. They're all shuffled up. Everything's all shuffled around, so I have no idea where the GP's at anymore. Like it's long gone. It's somewhere in there.
One more time for the audience. Just say the GPs one more time for everybody.
Yeah, so the GP is Fantastic Four 94, first appearance of Agatha Harkness. I always like to get the hot books that are going on right now. So I was trying to get First Winter Soldier, but that went too much for me. So I was able to score like a really good copy and at a really good price for the Agatha Harkness. So I just got lucky on that one. So I thought it'd be a pretty cool GP for a mystery box, especially for one for like $30. You for $38 ship, you can't really beat that.
Right. You can't. I mean, because you have to take 15 off that for shipping. So there's no way you're not going to get your value in that box unless it's all 50-cent bin books.
Yeah. But like I said, I price all my books out. I know some of them still I put sticky notes on them because I lost track of like how much prices were and everything. So some will have sticky notes of like the significance of the books as well as last sold the prices.
I love notes on a book.
And then there's some of them I didn't because I ran out of Post-its. So I was like screw it. But yeah. So go ahead and give it a try.
All right, excellent. Well, I'm glad it worked out, and it was fortuitous for you to be on this night because that's an awesome announcement. You already got a bunch of boxes sold, probably all of them by now.
Yeah.
But Erik, I can't tell you how much fun it's been to talk to you. This is the first time I've actually talked to you face to face. I mean,
Yes.
You've helped me out in raffles before. You've helped me move books. You're one of the people I really, really appreciate in this community. Between you, James, Taylor, Winter, all you guys who have helped me out and just been nice and accepted me into the community, thank you so much. I really appreciate you and everybody else. I appreciate you taking the time to come on my channel. You were actually a big win for me because I've always wanted to have you on the channel. Ever since I started buying boxes from you and got in that group, you're just a great ambassador of this community and the exact type of person this community needs. So just thank you for everything you do, and thank you for being on my channel.
Yeah, thank you too. Like, it's cool. Like, doing this kind of interview. I never thought myself doing anything really in front of the camera, but it's like, you know what? Why not? Like
Right.
give people a chance to know who I am, because I know there's plenty of people who don't know who I am. I still feel like I'm a nobody, but like people tell me differently. Like, no, you're really well known in the community. It's like, oh, thank you, but I always just try to look out for people and like making sure like you don't get screwed over and stuff. Like I
Well,
give you
that's why
my
you got your reputation the way it is, man. It's awesome.
yeah.
There's
I
no one
just
that doesn't trust your name that I know of.
yeah, like I just try to like help out. It's just who I am. Like I like helping people while I'm giving honest like opinions and truthful insight of like whatever's going on. And just like my mystery boxes, like I try to be as transparent as I can, like with how much with what you're getting in your boxes, and like myself, like when I get mystery boxes, I like to know like what I'm getting and like am I going to be happy with it. And if I'm happy, I'm really hoping that everyone else is happy with what they get in their mystery boxes, So that's what I try to do.
And hey, man, coming on my show is an easy gig for anyone. When you come on my show, you know that you're going to look better than the host automatically. So it's a win-win. I will always make whoever's opposite me look better. So you don't never have to worry about that.
Thank you.
No, but honestly, man, thank you. I had an absolute blast talking to you tonight, man. It was awesome.
Thank you. I had a really great time too. It was really fun.
All right, well, we'll have to do it again sometime. When you got a big round of boxes, we'll have you back. We'll think of something and we'll put it together.
Sounds good.
All right. Everyone out there, I want to thank the audience for being so active. Thank you for supporting Erik and his boxes. And I appreciate everyone turning out. I'm going to let Erik say goodbye, and then I'm going to sign us off.
I just want to say thank you to Gary, and thank you everyone who joined into the live stream to check out this chat that we have. Casual chat about mystery boxes. And last time got my mystery boxes live. I'll DM you as soon as possible, and thank you so much.
And Digger Jim, when your boxes are ready, you need to come on the show, and you can do the same thing. We'll interview you, and we'll get your boxes moving.
Yes.
And that's it for now, guys. Hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you again for showing up. And until next time, keep it casual. Awkward ending. Here we go.